Buckle up for a wild ride. SpaceX's Starlink is revolutionizing rural internet access, and it's about to change everything. Picture a rural community with limited access to high-speed internet. It's stifling economic growth and hindering opportunities for businesses and individuals alike. Now imagine a game-changer, Starlink, a satellite internet system developed by SpaceX, with the potential to revolutionize internet access in rural areas. With Starlink, communities previously limited by slow and unreliable internet speeds can finally connect with unprecedented reliability and speed. These small towns can finally have the same level of accessibility and opportunities as their urban counterparts. But as with any new technology, challenges abound. Infrastructure and setup costs can be expensive, and government regulations and approval are necessary before the system can begin implementation in certain areas. Furthermore, concerns have been raised about the impact of satellite systems like Starlink on the environment, and the possibility of creating a digital divide favoring those with access to the technology. While the impact of Starlink is yet to be seen, it has the potential to change the game for rural communities with significant economic opportunities and advancements in internet access technology. The time is now for rural communities to reap the benefits of this groundbreaking initiative. The horrifying truth is that our rural communities are being left behind in the modern world. Without access to high-speed internet, local businesses and residents are struggling to connect with the rest of the world and seize new opportunities. But now there's a game-changing solution on the horizon: Starlink. By providing high-speed internet to remote areas using satellites, Starlink can overcome the infrastructure and setup costs that have hindered progress in these communities. And with potential opportunities for remote work and education, Starlink has the power to unlock economic and societal progress on an unprecedented scale. However, we must not ignore the valid concerns surrounding its implementation. Balancing the benefits with the potential environmental impact and digital inequality must be a top priority. But by focusing on rollouts to underserved areas and ensuring affordability, we can ensure that everyone benefits from this innovative technology. All in all, the impact of Starlink on rural communities is nothing short of revolutionary. This breakthrough solution has the potential to transform local economies, connect people to the world, and provide access to education and information like never before. The future is bright, and with Starlink, it's also more connected than ever. One of the major challenges to implementing the Starlink system is the significant infrastructure and setup costs required to launch satellites into space and maintain them. This requires a large investment from SpaceX, which could potentially limit the availability of the system in certain areas. Additionally, government regulations and approval can pose a challenge to the implementation of Starlink. Launching satellites into space requires permission and authorization from various governing bodies, and navigating through the legal red tape can be a slow and arduous process. Despite these challenges, SpaceX has made significant progress towards implementing Starlink and expanding internet access to rural communities. However, there are also criticisms and concerns regarding the environmental impact of satellites and the potential digital divide and inequality that could arise from limited access to the Starlink system. Addressing these challenges and concerns will be crucial in ensuring the success and positive impact of Starlink on rural communities. Starlink, the satellite internet system developed by SpaceX, has the potential to revolutionize internet access in rural communities where limited internet speed stifles economic growth and hinders opportunities for businesses and individuals. The availability and access to high-speed internet that Starlink brings can level the playing field between rural and urban communities, opening up unprecedented possibilities for business and personal growth. One challenge that rural communities face with Starlink is the high cost of infrastructure and setup. While the relatively low cost of satellite dishes compared to traditional internet infrastructure can bring initial savings, installation and maintenance costs can add up quickly. In addition, government regulations and approval are necessary before the system can begin implementation in certain areas, and this process can prove cumbersome. Furthermore, the environmental impact of satellite systems like Starlink has been a topic of concern. Some have argued that the large numbers of satellites necessary to make the system work could contribute to space debris, creating a hazard for both the environment and other space traffic. The fear of creating inequality and a digital divide has also been raised, as access to the technology could give some a competitive advantage over others, exacerbating a problem already present in rural areas. Despite these challenges and criticisms, the potential impact of Starlink on rural communities cannot be overstated. With increased access to high-speed internet, businesses and individuals alike can finally utilize modern technology to their fullest potential, driving growth and prosperity in previously underserved areas. Moreover, advancements in internet access technology have become the key to unlocking new possibilities for people in need of quality internet access. In many rural areas, poor internet access is the norm, and Starlink offers a way out. This satellite internet system has made great strides in revolutionizing internet connection and makes it possible for those who are in areas of poor internet connection coverage to work and interact just as those in the key urban areas. In addition, Starlink could help rural communities attract new economic growth and development, creating jobs and attracting outside interest. The time is now for rural communities to embrace this groundbreaking initiative and reap its benefits. Starlink is an incredible advancement in internet access technology that can revolutionize internet access in rural communities. While there are challenges to its implementation, the benefits of increased access to high-speed internet make it a worthy investment for any rural community looking to secure its economic future. It has the potential to be a game-changer for those in rural communities worldwide. The Starlink system has been met with some criticism, and for good reason. Environmental experts have raised concerns about the number of satellites being launched and the potential for disastrous collisions and space debris. Not to mention the sheer amount of energy required to power them and the impact on our atmosphere. It's a pressing issue that must be taken seriously. But that's not all. The implementation of Starlink may also widen the gap between those who can afford the technology and those who cannot. This digital divide could lead to even greater inequality in our already divided society. And what about the monopolistic nature of big tech companies like SpaceX? Is it really ethical for one company to hold all the cards when it comes to the internet? We cannot allow these issues to go unaddressed. The Starlink system must be implemented ethically and responsibly. Yes, it has the potential to change the game when it comes to internet access in rural communities. But at what cost? We must consider the consequences and act accordingly. Imagine living in a rural community where internet is a luxury many can only dream of. This lack of high-speed internet access is stifling economic growth and hindering opportunities for businesses and individuals alike. What if we told you there's a game-changing solution? Enter Starlink, a satellite internet system developed by SpaceX that has the potential to revolutionize internet access in rural areas. With Starlink, previously limited communities can finally connect with unprecedented reliability and speed. Imagine students having access to invaluable online educational resources, businesses seizing new opportunities and connecting with clients, and individuals being able to easily manage their health needs through telehealth services. Starlink changes everything for rural communities. It's all about opening up a world of opportunities where businesses and individuals can finally compete with their urban counterparts, and families can provide for their loved ones while building a thriving local economy. While infrastructure and setup costs can be expensive and government regulations and approval are necessary, the benefits far outweigh the costs in the long run. And while concerns have been raised about the environmental impact and a possible digital divide, we must work to address those challenges as a society. One thing is clear, the impact of Starlink on rural communities cannot be denied. This revolutionary satellite internet system has breathed new life into small towns and created unprecedented opportunities for growth and economy. As technology continues to advance, we must remember the limitations of our current systems and continue to push for more resources and advancements. But for now, rural communities can be excited about the endless possibilities that Starlink brings, allowing them to connect with the world like never before and create a promising future. In conclusion, the Starlink system from SpaceX has a significant impact on rural communities, by increasing access to high-speed internet and providing economic opportunities for businesses and individuals. While there are challenges to its implementation, such as infrastructure and setup costs and government regulations and approval, the benefits outweigh the criticisms and concerns. Future possibilities and advancements in internet access technology provide exciting potential for bridging the digital divide and further improving access to reliable internet in rural areas.